Let's talk about teaching cursive. It can sometimes feel like a lost art, right? But it is such a vital skill for our students. So if you're looking for a simple, really effective routine to get your third, fourth, or fifth graders writing cursive with confidence, you have come to the right place. In this explainer, we're going to break down a proven, step-by-step method that you can literally use in your classroom tomorrow. Okay, so before we dive into all the instructional moves, let's just get grounded in our main goal. What are we really aiming for here? Honestly, it's pretty simple. Legibility. We're teaching cursive so students can communicate their ideas effectively, so that their writing can be easily and clearly read by others. That's the target. Everything else serves that goal. All right, Section 1. Setting up for success. Before your students even pick up a pen, there are a few really high-impact moves we can make to make sure the lesson goes smoothly. Think of this as setting the stage for everything that comes next. A little bit of prep work here goes a long, long way. These 5 moves right here. This is your toolkit for high-impact cursive instruction. From getting their posture right to giving that positive feedback, every single one is key. We'll touch on these as we go, but I really want to zoom in on one that is a total game changer: teaching letters in what we call stroke families. Now, this is such a smart way to do it. Instead of teaching letters alphabetically, which, let's be honest, can feel pretty random, you group them by the actual physical movements they share. I mean, think about it. The letters A, C, D, and G all start with that same basic curve. When you teach them together, you're building muscle memory so much faster, and it really boosts student confidence. They're mastering a core motion, not just one letter at a time. All right, Section 2, we're getting into the core of the lesson now, and we're going to use that classic gradual release of responsibility model. You know it. I do, we do, you do. It is the perfect framework for teaching a new motor skill like cursive. So let's start with Step 1, the I do phase, where you, the teacher, takes center stage with some really explicit model. This is your moment to be the expert. All eyes are on you. You're going to model how to form just one new letter. Make it big and clear on the board or under your doc cam. But here's the secret sauce. It's not just about what they see. What they hear is just as important. You have to verbalize every single stroke as you do it. These simple, repetitive auditory cues like up, over, down are pure magic. And this isn't just talking for the sake of talking. It's a multi-sensory learning strategy. As your students hear you say the words, they start creating a mental map of that letter's formation. That auditory link helps them internalize the movement pattern before their pencil even hits the paper. It's huge. Okay, so you've modeled it perfectly. Now it's time for Section 3, the we do phase. This is that critical, guided practice step. It's the bridge that gets students from watching you to being able to try it all on their own. This 3-step process is just a fantastic scaffold. You start big with a large motor movement, air writing, which helps them really feel the shape of the letter. Then you bring it down to tracing, which refines that movement on paper. And finally, they try writing it themselves. It's a really safe, guided way to practice. And that, of course, brings us to Section 4, which is the whole goal of our lesson, the you do phase. This is where students take everything they've learned and start applying it independently, truly making that new skill their own. And just look at the brilliant progression here. It builds in complexity so gradually and logically. First, they just practice that one letter. Then you immediately give that new letter a purpose by connecting it into a word. And by the way, using their own name is a fantastic motivator. Finally, they apply it in the most authentic context of all, a full sentence. And this right here illustrates the long-term goal perfectly. We aren't just teaching kids how to form letters. We're building towards fluency. By the time they're in 5th grade, it's not about the formation anymore. It's about using cursive as an efficient tool to get their thoughts down on paper quickly and clearly. Okay, so you've taught a great lesson, but how do you know if they've really got it? That brings us to our last section, Section 5, checking for understanding. Let's look at how to quickly and effectively figure out what they've learned. This slide is so practical. On the left side, you've got your key look-fors, the signs that show you a student is reaching mastery. Correct formation, good connectors, proper spacing, and just overall legibility. Then on the right, you have a perfect formative check, a super simple exit ticket you can use tomorrow. Just have them write their name and one sentence in cursive. That little snapshot will tell you so much. So, to wrap things up, let's think about application. That I do, we do, you do cycle is fantastic for instruction. But the real key to making this skill stick is encouraging them to use it in the real world. So think about it. How can you get your students using their new cursive skills in an authentic way this week? because that's what will truly make them writers.